Alright, I think I'm broadcasting. Let's see if this works. I'll try to load it up on the phone just to test it. What I'm trying to do is set up the camera. So, I'm trying to see if this is working correctly. Oh, no, here we go. There's a new live. And look at there I am. I'm in the picture. Okay. Alright, it seems like it's finally working. Okay, so the solution was to look it up online and watch a YouTube video, like most things. There's some new family management settings to protect privacy and things like that. So I had to enable that. And then once that was enabled, you had to go in and just make sure that all the licenses were restored for the games that you wanted to broadcast. So since I'm doing No Man's Sky, added that one to the list, did the restore license, made sure that my YouTube was linked, and seems like it's working now. I've got my picture-in-picture. I just went with a little circle on the side. Seems like that won't really mess with the interface for No Man's Sky. I just made a little circle on the side so you can kind of just see me hanging out in my gaming chair, sitting in the living room playing a game. So I don't know if you saw from the interface before I started the game, but I've got about 345 hours playing this save. I've got several saves. I've got probably 2, 3, 4,000 hours in this game altogether. I've been playing it since launch, or shortly after, within a month of launch. By the time the launch had gone badly, and you could find it on sale for half price. I picked up the Best Buy around Christmas after that first launch, and that's the best money I've ever spent for a video game. Just hours return on investment for that the initial purchase. So I'm on Expedition 20. Let's go ahead. Well, first of all, I'm going to show you that I have been playing this forever. Let's see. Yeah, previous expeditions. So these are all 20 of the expeditions. I didn't catch a couple of these on the first pass, and then they started doing the replay, the redux. So you can see I've played all of the expeditions. So I hate to not do an expedition. Oh, actually, I've got that mislabeled. This is Expedition 21. I have to change that in the title. Yeah, so we're on Remnant now. So this one is using the new salvage part of the game. So you can see I've got my Exo craft here. It's all geared up to be a nice salvage. Just going around picking up stuff, putting it in the bag, and then you come to these facilities and drop it off. So I am, let's see, I've already completed the first 3 phases, so just trying to wrap up. Figured while I'm playing to do that, I would go ahead and just test out my PSI. I'd gotten an adapter so I could use the old PS4 camera to connect it to the PS5. Not that I have to be on camera while I'm playing, but I thought, I've got the camera, I might as well try to get it working. And it's fun being on camera for these. I've started a YouTube channel in the last couple months, so spending a lot of time on video, on camera, so figured if I'm going to have my gaming channel, I'd go ahead and get it set up so that I can be on camera here as well. So you can see I've just got 4 more steps on phase 4 and 5 steps on phase 5. Like that worked out the way. Okay, so last night I finished up. I got everything dropped off at the industrial waste processing center, and then all I have left now is I need to fight some sentinels, use the Gravitino coil that's part of this expedition, this new update. Use that to fight a few. I think I'm at 8 of 32. And then go to the 4th waste heap, transport that to the 5th, drop things off. And I just need to get 8 more toxic waste and 7 more radioactive waste. So hopefully that's what I find in the next 2 spots. And this one I'll get just by traveling. And then, yeah, so it's really just some sentinel stuff and picking up things and going to the next 2 the next two destinations. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and orient toward this one. So that one's going to be doing a scan here for a waste heap. So we've located the waste heap, and it's that direction. Let's see how far away. It's 11 minutes away. We will head there, and along the way, if I see some of the Gravitino balls, I can pick up a few of those. We'll call in sentinels, and then we can have some fun with sentinels. Do a little quick boost. Those add up over time. Oh, there we go. It's a good spot. So we got some Gravitino balls. Let's go ahead and pick up a couple of those. And we're detected. Let's go ahead and get a few of these. I haven't upgraded my weapon here, so just simple bolt caster, no upgrades to it or anything really. Yeah, I love this game. This one in Minecraft, they're just games you can always come back to. Shooting them first. Yeah, I better watch my health. I might end up dying here. Let them surge and we'll restart. Let that shield come back. They're searching. Gravitino balls everywhere on this planet. Yeah, this is an interesting one because you don't leave the planet. There we go. Got the shields back. I think I only had to defeat 8, so I should be close. A little bit smarter about hiding. Had to run. Oh yeah, I'm still in the big weapons. Alright, let's go ahead and shift. Oh, I've already gotten it. Okay, so now I need to shift to the Gravitino coil. Let's reset him. I don't want to deal with that guy. We're searching. Let that finish. Okay. Cleared the sentinels. Okay. That's what it was. I was still in battle, so it wouldn't finish. Okay, so we'll go ahead and complete that one. What do we get? ion battery, life support gel, and chewy wires. The chewy wires are for. Kind of like a picking thing. Yeah, you will notice that I'm Chef Ferret KJ. There was a period where I made a very big spreadsheet, all the different foods you can make in the game. And then they added in some stuff to where it goes into your start menu catalog. So unfortunately, I don't have everything loaded that I made way back when. At some point, I may do it again just to fill in that part of the game. Yeah, let's move away for a little bit. We'll get a little bit closer to our next spot. First of all, I'm gonna check, see what I just picked up there. Yeah, so that's the chewy wire. It goes into a nutrient processor. Sorry. Yeah, you can see there's all kind of stuff you get in this expedition. You're not really going around to where you're getting a chance to sell things very easily. Oh, yeah, that's the ones I just picked up just to get them to come out. Rock wiring. Yeah, I'm just going to discard that. I'm not going to use it this game. What is that one do? Life support, sprint distance. Not bad. Yeah, I'll put it over here. Actually, what does that one connect with? I don't know if that one connects anything. I mean, these are sprint. So it should connect to these, but you don't get the little bonus thing that pops up with it. Come on. Alright, let's continue onward. Let's get towards the next spot up here. Yeah, it's a nice day here. The weather's gotten up around 60. Considering we still have snow on the ground, it's pretty amazing. Doing my main YouTube channel to where I'm doing monthly resolutions as part of my yearly resolution. So since today is the last day of the month, I've got a few videos to film and edit just to kind of track progress and start new ones. One of the new ones for March is going to be to learn how to play the guitar. It's been a while since I played a musical instrument, so looking forward to learning how to play a guitar. My son got one a while back, and he was actually learning how to do it in the class and stuff. So I'm just going to use that guitar. I already had it in the house, so it made sense to pick that one up. And since I'm looking to be a farmer, I figure, having an opportunity to just be outside, pick up the guitar and play, and do some fun stuff with it. Clear this out of the way before I start battling. I just need to figure out how I want to learn the guitar. So I'm going to do some research in a little bit. And maybe find a YouTube channel, like a good how-to or progression from the basics to working my way up to playing something. Figure out what a good first month would be if I do, just daily practice, maybe 30 minutes a day or something. Figure it'll be relaxing anyway, just be sitting around practicing a guitar. It's got to be fairly relaxing. And then switch to the Gravitino portal. I think this is what it's wanting me to do. If I switch to that one, I can see for sure. Yeah. Okay, I got the count. They might take damage to each other. Pick them up, throw them at each other. I think it's going to be like the last one there, where I don't see that I've completed it, because it doesn't count until the battle is over. So we got 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 32, that's complete. Yep, collect reward. Alright, let's run away. Get over here, it should get me out of range. It should start looking for me. There we go. And I'm glad they never got rid of that, where you can do the little shoulder thrust thing. So you can do that real fast movement. I mean, it's kind of balanced because, you know, once you run out of your sprint and your jetpack, you can't do it, so you have to kind of pace it. As you start getting upgrades, it gets to where you can go quite far. Alright, there we go. Now it's just complete. There we go. Reorientation. There we go. I think it was the extra M-E at the end of the program that's throwing me off. Wasn't even on that word that was throwing me off, trying to say reorientation. Alright, there we go. Crafting balls collected. And what's the reward? Multi-tool slots. That's a good one. Oh, and the pulse spitter upgrade. I like that one. Fly up. Oh, it's giving me more spots on it, so it's like expanding inventory. I love how when the battle's over, they just forget, they're just wandering around. Short-term memory. Okay, so that's 2 more down. So now we just have to go pick up stuff and deliver it. And then we will work on the ones for Phase 5, which are basically just traveling and delivering. So, yeah, now we're just space truckers. Check inventory, see if I need to adjust anything before things fill up. Just combining stacks. Pulse spitter, I'm not going to worry about. Alright, so give me a few more slots back. There's also a few down here, which these are always a pain. I like that they give you the extra ones, but when you have to scroll down to see them, yeah, it's kind of annoying until you fill in everything, which takes a while. Alright, so now we are heading to the rendezvous point. Is how far away? Almost 9 minutes away. About this. This will take a few seconds off. Maybe a minute. Just have to remember to use it. And that's much better once you've upgraded it. I don't know if there's any upgrades built into the expedition for that. Not really focused. Was one for finding little waypoints and doing their saves at those. Yeah, those, you had to get 5 of those, I think. What is that symbol? I don't know what that symbol is. Oh, we just haven't loaded yet. It is a starship.
Ground protection falling.
Okay, this is a trade with a pilot. Oh, that's actually kind of useful. There he is. Yeah, let's trade. I got a bunch of stuff to sell. Let's just clear up my inventory here. Let's see what else we got. Well, let me give away here. I made a couple extra of those. Let's go to that spot. I think I need pyrite. Well, that's spacing. Gravitino balls, phosphorus, vacuum effigy. I don't think I need ammonium. Unfortunately, I can't, since I'm standing here doing a trade instead of somewhere where I can access all of my inventory on my starship, which starship's not even used in this game. So my exocraft. Let's see, what do I want to get rid of here? I definitely want to get rid of that. Oops. I'm going to do a little bit of inventory management here. These are just for sale. Let's move those over. Might as well keep the fireworks. I've got a collection of those on my main save. Let's do that one. I'm not sure if those are hard to get, so I'll go and just keep those. Yeah, get rid of all these. Quality entertainment, but I'm probably the only one that's ever going to watch this. Might as well get rid of all this food. It's not a true spot. Might as well get rid of the bones too. Yeah, they've added in a bunch of stuff where you can actually make displays with all these. And it's kind of cool, but not something I'm going to worry about for the moment. Add those to my collection. And some of the fireworks. Turn those into parts and get rid of those. Just move those down. Keep all the open spots up top. There we go. That's somewhat organized. That's even better. Alright. Let's go back and sell these. Alright. Vortex fuse. Explosives. That's big money. Let's see. Quickly, curiosity. Soft and spiky surprise. Food. Some of these foods sell for a lot, especially if the ingredients are hard to get. I think that cleared everything out. Oh, nope, more of these. Oh, and a skull. Yeah, things kind of move around on you. Okay, looks like it. Should I have a pulse spitter on my weapon? That's weird. Got the pulse spitter upgrades, but not the pulse spitter. Oh, I have to do that with deuterium and wiring loom, which I don't have wiring loom. Not gonna worry about it. Alright. So that was a cool little encounter there. Thought to show one thing and found a couple other things. Please just get diverted in this game. I've done a broadcast since I was playing some Goku Dynasty with my brother-in-law, his cousin. Did that a couple times. Haven't played consistently. It was a fun game though. It's nice they let me test out doing a broadcast. Different playing a game with people and just playing solo broadcasting. All the talking's up to me. Not that I have anything great to say, just kind of playing the game, chilling. There's so many hours playing this game. As I'm getting busier and focus on other things at the moment, still didn't want to let an expedition go by without playing it. There's the opportunity now to pick it up at the end of the year, but end of the year is not always necessarily free time. Maybe a lot going on, so I don't want to plan on that if I can get it done before. Most of the expeditions you can knock out in a weekend, especially if you have significant game time. Which I've got less of now that I'm trying to do the YouTube channel. It's taking a lot of my free time. Not complaining. I'm loving it so far. So I free up more time and get tired and get other things going. And actually have some fun and try to build a gaming channel. Kind of rebranded my personal Kevin Johnson account to be my Ferret Gaming. Ferret is a name I've used for video games back from the original EverQuest. I had Ferret the Cleric. Actually, no, it was EQLO, so it was the original one on the PlayStation 2. That was a lot of fun. Loved that game. And another one of those games where I spent way too many hours on. And I even had a guild that I was doing like story adventures where I'd come up with this whole hours long expedition that I would build out all the story of it. And yeah, led the guild through an adventure. Came up with a cool script for it, checkpoints along the way, going through lots of landmarks within the game. That was a good time. So Ferret started adventuring outside of EverQuest and kind of became my main character for any game I played after that. So there was a Ferret in Final Fantasy, you name it. Of course, EQ2, once that finally came out. I hate that they really didn't continue the EverQuest series because I liked it a lot more than World of Warcraft. And EverQuest 2, just, oh my goodness, the kids were babies and I would be sitting there at the keyboard, baby in my arm, taking a nap, and my hands on the keyboard so I could keep playing. Quality dad time here. Of course, then my daughter would end up spitting up on me and have to get her cleaned up, but as long as I didn't get on the keyboard, we were good. Good times. Now she's in college. Time goes by fast. coming up, getting closer. There's this little scoop thing on the front, so I'm picking up a lot of stuff just as I'm traveling across the landscape. This isn't the destination, but this looks like a spot that would have things to pick up. And maybe this is down here in case we need it. Oh, okay, well, some stuff there. Yeah, that's one of the ones I need. Yeah, let's pick that one up. Looks like the rest of it's just junk, but it's useful. I think these just give you scrap. Turns into ferrite dust, so they're not really worth picking up. It's one of those. Almost there. That's a pretty fun expedition for just kind of showing you the salvaging stuff in the game. It'd be nice if you could run over these and pick up the cactus flesh. I'm curious, if I shoot them, does that count? I cannot. No, you have to harvest those. And you have to have the glove to do that, which I don't know if I have in this game. I don't think it was part of the story yet. You can shoot these, which is nice. I can pick up some emerald while I'm going. Seems like you get a good bit for it. The emerald's not as good as some of the other ones because you can't really do the, not duplication, but you can't process it to create more. So you should get the right one. There we go. Checkpoint completed. Reward. There's an upgrade. Nice. Okay. So up next is just transporting. Looking for toxic waste and radioactive waste. That's the first things we need to focus on. Oh, let's check in. We're almost at the mileage one. Gives movement speed upgrades. So it's really close to completing that one. Alright. Let's get out the exocraft and start loading things up. The ones I need for missions. I'll probably just load up everything. Explosives finished. Still nice to get those. I'm not sure what the limit is on how much you can hold, but you do kind of lose a few things here and there if you bounce around. Keep an eye on that, make sure I'm not losing the ones I need for the missions, like this one. Since I've got 2 more destinations, I should get enough of these. So I think it's a matter of having to scavenge around looking for more beyond just the expedition checkpoints. I'm liking the Gravitino core. This is pretty fun. I mean, it's something simple, but they keep adding simple things and simple things, and it turns into an amazing game mechanics everywhere you look. This game has changed so much since it first came out. It's definitely a success story of just being devoted to your players and never stop improving your game. I'm really looking forward to their next game, Light My Fire, something like that. That one looks amazing. I know they're pulling stuff from the development for that game, for some of the new stuff that's been coming out for Vanilla Sky. Checking for the things I have to have first. Although I'm done with that. I'm done with the explosives. So I loaded up anyway. Yeah, it'd be nice if you could actually shoot them and they would land in there consistently. Although, it's 2 in a row. That one didn't quite make it. Not bad. Better than going back and forth. Sure, some of these are not landing in the truck. I'll have some get it so overloaded, and then I'm going to find some of the ones I need. Take that one overshot. You can make some fun target games with this mechanic. Do a little bit more of this over time. Hopefully the delivery spot is not too far away. Maybe try to pile here. Yeah, it's probably not falling off. It's way more than it should hold. And yet, somehow, most of it looks like it's in there. If it goes up to a certain height, and things just get bounced around as you move. Anyway, let's check for actually things I need. A quick pass, sometimes with more than one pile. Let's do a save over here while I'm at it. They really changed up the game when they made automatic saves every minute or so. A lot of nice improvements in the game over time. Still love this game, it's just beautifully done. It's not the best visuals, but I love the style of them. And so it doesn't have to be super realistic. This is reminiscent of a lot of sci-fi books and things like that. It's really cool visual style. Alright, I think the only things that fell out are just scrap. So let's figure out where our next spot is. Transport it. Oh, it's way over there. Okay, how far away is that? Line it up by the minutes. And we have 16 special waste, so let's see if we can keep all 16 of those. And still boost, except for watch out, see how things bounce around. Just lost some scrap. Keep checking every now and then, make sure it goes into the special stuff. Yeah. Yeah, see, that was a bad one there. That was a bad bounce. Lost the one explosive. Actually, I have to be careful with the explosives. I think I've had those go off before. Weird angle. It's hard to avoid it over here. Yeah, 16 again. Oh no! I pressed the wrong button. I dumped it all. Ah, I did that before. That sucks. Alright, so now I gotta reload it while it's sitting at a weird angle. Why don't we skip the scrap? We'll just go with trying to get the 16 valuable ones. That way there's less bouncing around in there. That could be more secure. What we got? 7? I'm against where the rest of them at. Oh, I see scrap. There's the good stuff. Alright, yeah, you have to make sure you get the front of the exocraft when you get back in there. Alright. Well, that was bad. I lost a whole bunch of stuff here. Did I roll over it and it disappeared? That's 8. These were special. Oh well. Oops. See, that doesn't solve issues when I'm trying to complete everything. Still good rough. Okay, there's another one. So there are some small ones hidden under there. Truck, I'm thinking there were some explosives that might have actually exploded. Unfortunate. Hoping to uncover something useful here, but to find another spot if I don't get enough of the ones I need. Yeah, I lost 7. Let's see, just make sure they didn't bounce out. Just a little bit further away. Alright, well, I guess... Okay, that one counted. Okay, that one was already counted. Caught up underneath it. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Wow, lost a bunch of stuff there. So be very careful you don't accidentally unload. Wow. Hey, wasn't there another spot that I went by that had some stuff in it? Spotting the other ones along the way. Is there a symbol for them? See the yellow one, or sorry, the green one there. So, yeah, it looks like there are. Let's see if I can carefully make my way over there without losing more. Let's see what's over here. Is it just jump? Or is it special? Looks like just jump. Alright, milestone, 50,000 units. Ooh, that was a big bounce. Lost explosives. Let's put those back up. Complete, not that one. this one, mileage. Supreme movement speed. It'd be nice for traveling around. Let's go ahead and add those. Oh, that's movement speed for the vehicle. Very nice. Okay, I guess here. Oh, and it's overloaded, so let's pick the best ones. Oh, so yeah, there's already a bunch of these. Let's get rid of the C's, and we'll just, since I can't do anything else with them, we'll just dismantle those. There we go. Now these are active. Okay, let's do this. And then we can get 2 of them. The bonuses. And that should give us a lot more speed. Yeah, better. Those are together. Does this connect? No. Okay. Oh, that'll do. Oh, and they gave some wiring rooms. That's nice. Kind of consolidate some of my stuff here. Inventory management. Fun part of every game. It's not the most entertaining. I'm probably gonna max that out. Yeah, I'll have to switch those out as well. Yeah, now that's overloaded. So let's get rid of the bees. Or just upgrade these to S's. I think that's kind of what this is about. Yeah, make sure you group those to get the bonuses for them. Alright, yeah, now it should have some amazing backpack speed. They go everywhere. Pulse spitter, carbon. I'll keep picking up carbon nanotubes. Alright, oh, end of inventory. Alright. Now let's see what's spawning on the ground. Scrap. Got 9. Yeah, all this looks like scrap. I'd like to finish this up in the next hour. I've got other things I need to do, especially with it being a nice day outside. Right, let's head over there. If I see something along the way, I'll pick those up. I got 9, try not to drop anything else. It was nice, there was one of these that actually almost had a road in between. It was just a nice flat section. So yeah, it just feels like everything's gonna fall out. Very bumpy. They got all 9. Spin. Looks like there's some off to the left and some off to the right. Let's go to the right. I can't bust my way through the trees, which is okay. It's all scrap. I don't know if you can pick up the special ones outside of those areas. It's going to be a good hill to go up.
This one has a lot of holes in it. If you're on a good path, don't pay attention and fall in a hole. Here's all your salvage. I know that sometimes when you drop it out of the truck, it's gone. Is that a flat enough spot? Well, not bumpy, but far away to it. Another bumpy section. I just love that every planet is different. Yeah, there's the same types of things you'll see, but different combinations and something to make each one a little unique. Considering how many different worlds they create in this game, it's amazing. Tempting to stop for those, but since I'm on the expedition, I'll wait moving. Really good use for all these gravitational balls. And they're useful for calling out the sentinels, but I don't know if there's not a great need for this many gravitational balls. They're useful to sell, I guess, but even now it's not amazing. There's so many ways to make money in this game. You really don't focus on it. Put up all kind of distractions and gather materials. Of course, they kind of nerf some of those, but it's probably good they did. You could make so much money that money kind of lost its meaning. But they've added in some money sinks as well over time. So, upgrade your ship and do lots of stuff, expand inventory. It's cool, like an outdoor cave. That's loose. Yeah, I lost something. Yeah, I think it's explosive, but oh, lost my flame burns here. Get around and get this from above. Make sure I'm loading in and not dumping. Back to 9. Yeah, back to 9. Yeah, these creatures are so cool. These little eyes poking above the surface. I think there was something about those when I was doing the chef stuff, and I was trying to pick all the recipes. Wait. Okay, it wasn't a special one. I just flew out of it. Getting closer. So I don't bounce too much. Yeah, this kind of has a mud runner feel to it. Another fun game. It used to be nice if you could play some of these driving games where they actually driving controllers, but PS5 kind of made it where you can't use a lot of those extra controllers. I love playing Farming Simulator back when I could use all the controllers for it, but
and then moved to Farming Simulator 25, all that functionality went away. Yeah, part of my inspiration to make a life change and become a farmer in a couple of years. It's always been in the back of my head, back of my mind, something I'd like to do, but there's never going to be an opportunity for it. And then I started talking about getting some land, moving to South Carolina, taking advantage of agricultural tax benefits and stuff. It's an opportunity to change careers, do something I'm going to just love for the rest of my life, something I get to do with family and community. I've enjoyed my career, but there's just aspects of it that I just can't share, and I don't get to enjoy what I do for work with the people I love. Doing farming will change all that. If everything works the way I'm hoping it does, there'll be a place for everybody to join with me. No pressure, but opportunities if they want to take them. Peek at this right here. Nice big pointy press. See if I can transition to the other side. Like I said, it's here. Got it. Still at 9. Oh, bad bounce. It's inside. Not loading, but it's inside. So tempted to use the speed boost. I know as soon as I do, I'm gonna bounce. Yep. Lost one. Not that one. Not that one. Yes, they do use the same symbol. It's definitely one I need. Back to 9. Yep. Unfortunately, I know some of these are explosives, which I don't really need for the expedition any longer. Woo! Bad bounce again. I mean, just lost the one. Okay. Put that one right back in. That is one I need. Hazardous waste and toxic waste. All 9. Almost there. Sorry, I'm quiet. Concentrating on not bouncing. Lose them on this last little slope. Trying to be careful. It's the same place. Yeah, this is where my little ectocraft originated. Where I originally built it. Modified it. Okay, now I want to dump it. Looks like the dump is only on one side. Yeah. There's the control panel to dump materials. Okay, explosives. Oops, fire. These don't count for the total number of things, but they do count for... There we go. Thought I missed it. But they do count for the delivery part of this. Okay, so explosives. I gotta make sure I use the right receptacle for each of the things I brought. That's just general weight. Oh, yes. Oh, so close. Okay, I'll do this one. Industrial waste. Okay, so yeah, it's got the radioactive kind of symbol on it. Alright, got that one. And this one is the same. Alright, road trip 4 completed. That should complete. Yep, completed that phase. Okay, mechanical legs. Okay, clear, and I'll finish getting the rest of it in there. So what is this one? Okay, yeah, that's radioactive. Radioactive. Sure, yeah, that one's radioactive. Place on the radioactive. That's a lot of those. There we go. Yeah, I thought I had one there. Fall into the world. Yeah, I guess I lost one to the world. See what we got here. So I need 7 more toxic, so I need a lot of toxic and 2 radioactive. Alright, 7 toxic, 2 radioactive. Got it. Alright, complete the road trip.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
Oh, a trade rocket. That's cool. I haven't done much with those over time. And it's a good way to set up a little trade thing if you need it, but there's usually chances to do it anyway. Might as well put it in there. So it needs some carbon.
Technology recharging.
Yeah, I played around with this when I first started, but it seems like it didn't. Oh, it would auto collect. So I don't know if that works for when you're delivering stuff at the end. I was hesitant to do that. Oh, I didn't collect my reward here. Let's get that. Phase 4, mechanical legs customization. I'll check to see what those actually look like. Yeah, it's just kind of my standard look for my guy. Just green alien. Yep, love my green. Didn't never have a favorite color until, I guess it was back when I was doing a lot of spreadsheets for DHS. It was around that time frame. Doing a lot of spreadsheets and just marking everything green. And it's like, yeah, I think green's my favorite color. And now it has huge meaning for me. Great. Yeah, so power stuff got one into the ground. So that just gives you scrap. So if I go into my inventory. No? Where did it go? I'm not sure where that goes then. I thought it was going into my inventory as waste, but it's not. Not really sure. For some of the salvage stuff, it doesn't quite make sense. Okay, back. Let's check our status here. First 4 phases complete. 4 more steps on phase 5. So I need 7 toxic, 2 radioactive, get to the waste heap, and then take it to there. So let's focus on doing that one, and hopefully what I need is there. So we'll focus on this one, which will be getting back in here and doing a scan. Way sweet. That way. How far away? 11. Yeah, let's move quickly on that one. There's something over there. Let's check that one out just in case. Let's see. Get this crap. Looks like just scrap. I don't know that I've seen any of the specials in these scrap pots. It's nice through there, but if all they're going to give you is, you know, ferrite, just blow up a rock on the way. And like, I do that and I get, well, not that one, but you know, I can mine right here and getting pure ferrite and just traveling to it, so collecting salvage for ferrite doesn't make any sense. Yeah, if this was more than an expedition, I probably would be going around collecting materials doing this type of thing. But now, it's just speed to the next spot, pick up stuff, speed back, drop it off, see if that's enough completed, or if I need to go try to find some more places to pick up extra special stuff. Ooh, that's a big... Yeah, this was like one of those roads I was talking about earlier. It was just this little section. As long as it's traveling in the direction you are, it's very helpful. When you're cutting across it like that, it's just another chance to bounce stuff out of the back. Pretty far away. Another salvage pile. Swing by there. Pop out and just double check. Just because I know it's going to be close. I don't think it's all junk. That's cool. Real graphic for that one. I really do like this salvage ship or salvage exocraft modifications that you can make. Gives this one a whole lot more use. I'm sure it's going to make some planets really fun to explore too. Although outside the expedition, I don't know what you get for doing the special stuff that makes it worth it. I mean, here it has a goal, but in general, in play, what's the value of bringing the special items? Busting through all kind of stuff. Still looking over at my phone. Seeing the stream still going. So it did set up correctly. This is nice. I wasn't sure it was going to work. I guess that makes sense why it was crashing it though. If it was a license issue, as soon as you had the camera on, that's when it would break the license and it would shut off the stream. So you can't bust through those big trees, so let's go around those. These trees, I'm pretty sure you can bust through though. Yeah, the earlier part of the expedition where you had to destroy stuff with that little thing that's on the front of the truck. Going through destroying a bunch of things at that point. Mostly just driving around in circles, shooting everything. So yeah, that one looks like it should be something, but I don't know. It's like part of a house. That's the same graphic. Yeah, I see any special ones in there. Still hoping I'll find a random one or something, but I think I may end up having to find another waste stomp. At least you can use your radar to find those, so it's helpful, but if it's going to point me to the same ones I've already been to, I don't know how helpful that will be. I'm trying to remember the last time there was an expedition where you didn't leave the planet. I know I did an Iron Man challenge, something I've watched on several videos, but I really enjoyed doing that one. Not leaving the planet until you met certain criteria, or got an S-class ship or something. So you had to earn the resources, time to scout things out. And I think I did that one where I had to have a full inventory, which that was quite a challenge. Finding enough spots where you could expand your inventory on that planet without leaving for the first time. There was also trying to travel around a planet without leaving it. So I kind of made the exception that if I could go up into the atmosphere, I just couldn't get to the point that I was in space. So I could do some faster travel to expand the area that I'm searching. Otherwise, I would be slowly progressing there. I did set up some nice bases on that one. The big trading post turned into a really nice base. Sometime they really made a good base at one of those. I should probably check, see if there's Quicksilver stuff I need to do. I've just been relying on expeditions to give me enough. Usually that'll be part of the rewards. I don't know if it has been for this one. Yeah, I don't have any Quicksilver yet from this expedition. Most of them have been given at least, a couple thousand. That's kept me good enough in my main save. This is my main save, but I'm on the expedition. Yeah, let's check. But yeah, I've been able to keep up with the new items. So I have all the Quicksilver items that are available. I notice I'm down to about 2,000 Quicksilver, so once the new ones open up, I'm barely going to have enough to get them. Which isn't so bad. I mean, you can purchase them on any of your saves, and they are on all of your saves. So I've got other saves that do have some Quicksilver if I really need it. Plus you can just do the weekend. Just do that one every weekend, and that adds up pretty fast. Alright, checkpoint 5. And the reward is nanites. Some money. Which I don't really need the nanites because my main save I do have a nanite farm. Alright. So we're looking for this one. The two main ones I need to have. There's a few here, but it's definitely not going to be enough to complete the missions. Yep, it's not even complete the one, much less the one where I need 7. the explosives, but
Life support power low.
let's charge that up.
Technology recharging. Technology recharging.
It's all scrap. Is that really all I get? Oh, there we go. Oh, it's explosive. Okay, that's good. Okay, do a quick pass. Oh, yep. Explosive. I'm tempted to throw one of those just because I can. There we go. These are the ones I made. See more, but I'll do one more pass once this one's loaded. Alright. So, solid shot. It's all just salvage. I haven't noticed it having any outside of the main central area. I don't think these loaded in, like over here, hidden in the piles or anything. Seems like this would do something. Guess that's more just a marker. Yeah, it'd be nice if we could get these big ones. Go ahead and do the save. Mark the spot. Yeah, I haven't even bothered to pick any of those up. Okay. So, load it up. Okay, so 7 and 2. I'm pretty sure we will complete the radioactive, but we're missing some for the toxic. And we're down to just the last 3. So we got toxic, radioactive, and get to the destination, which we'll go ahead and get there, and then scout out more to probably finish this one up. And one last look. Yeah, don't see anything beyond the scrap in the center. Alright, so where's my destination? Am I going back where I started? Yeah, I'm gonna do this one so it targets. If it's 11 away, then that's where I started. Yeah. I think everything's taking me back to the same spot. Yeah. So I got 11 in the back. Let's see if we can get there with all 11. Even though a couple of those are explosives, they don't really come out. Count. They will count for the completion of the arriving at the destination with stuff. Which also the contents. Kind of choose a relatively level path around this. Setting that left directional to bring out the status of the mission I'm working. I want to keep that so I can see if something falls off. Yeah, like that. Could have been subtle and something fell out, so I'll keep an eye on it. Yeah, it's those holes I was talking about. Get one of those, you're going to dump some stuff. Let's see, maybe if I go up. There we go. Not too bad of a transition. That's just beautiful. Just an amazing view. I feel like you're on an alien world. Oh, I lost stuff that time. Only lost the one. That's definitely one I need. Oh, it's not good. Not sure what the thread is. Okay, make sure I load and don't unload. There we go. Okay, back to 11. Okay. Get my orientation. Haha, I can say that word. Last destination. Okay, so low. A little bump. Let's go around this side of here, see if we find better terrain. Just collecting resources as I go. I guess it's nice. But for an expedition, it doesn't matter as much. It's just extra things I may not be able to transfer over to my main save once I finish. Well, I guess it does kind of give you some value for everything, even if you don't transfer it. Yeah, I always like getting those. 11, taking some bumps. Yes, this is just bumpy enough. If I go full speed, it would bounce something out. Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice if you could strap things down in the back, make it a little bit more secure. Oh, here we go. We got a nice highway coming up. Alright. And we can do a little speed. Highway. Help a little bit. Knock out. So move straight toward it. Straight-ish. So got 11. Armadillo. Something interesting nearby. There's some right there, but oh wait. Aha! That one did have a good one in it. So they can have specials in them. Is this the one? Yeah. No, that's good. We needed that one. Okay, that should be, yeah, we're at 12 now. Excellent. Alright, well now I'm going to scan as I go, just in case. And I'll be looking. Yeah, looks like that one might be good too. Oh, very nice. Yeah. Okay. Get that loaded up. Got 2 14. Alright, improvements. Alright, I think that's all. The rest of it's just scrap. Make sure I get into the extra crop and don't dump it. Keep an eye out for more. Gotta get the sodium nitrate. There's another one up to the left. Ooh, not that far. Oh, Jason Plays. That's the one I was trying to remember that did the No Man's Sky Iron Man challenge. Yeah, let's go get that one. If it survives, it's taking damage as it rolls away. Yeah, definitely need that one. There we go. Got 14. Yep, 14's needed. Okay. And then I was looking for that one to the left. Let's just go and get it. Explosive this time. As usual, go ahead and grab it. Oh, somebody watching. So loading up. Not sure who started watching, but I'm doing Expedition 21, just completing the final. Just doing the road trip 5 here. Got 2 more radioactive waste and 7 more toxic waste to complete, and that'll be the rest of the expedition. It's just kind of chilling. I got the PSI set up, so just doing a little test run with that. Trying not to drop things out of the bed of this truck as I go across the landscape. It's pretty bumpy. I'm heading toward the final one to get this dropped off now. I know I'm going to be a little bit short for one, so I'll have to go back out and scavenge a little bit more waste. Ooh, that one's about to bounce out. Yep, still at 15. This really does remind me of Mud Run. Nice element to the game, but it should be a lot of fun. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with this after the expedition. What did I lose? No, I didn't lose it. Oh, it's so bouncy. It's a good thing they only explode and blow up your exit craft. That would be bad. But I can't tell if you're taking damage in the back or if it's just showing. To watch, see if I ever see any numbers bouncing off of them. Alright, there we go, going up the hill. Yeah, I guess I'll see on the screen if anybody watching makes a comment. I guess I could. I'm watching it on my phone just to make sure that it is broadcasting. I can do a test too. Maybe I'll do that once I get up here. Kind of focus on the driving at the moment. Oh, bad bounce. Wow. Alright. Let's pick all that up. Using that Gravitino coil to pick things up, put it in the truck. Ah, yeah. So close. Hopefully I didn't lose anything this time. I dumped the truck earlier and lost quite a few items. Let's see if I scan. Do I see all the stuff that fell out? I don't know, but that was a scrap pile. That was an extra one. I'll leave the explosives at this point. Alright, I'll go ahead and load it up. Okay, so I'm at 13. Is that 14 or 15? Let's see. Roll this way. I don't see any of the special ones in those piles. travel this far? Scanner's charged. Oh wow, I think I lost stuff. I don't know where it went. Doesn't look like it went that far. I have noticed a few things just falling into the world, so you will lose things occasionally. Let's go back up, take another look around from this perspective. So if they fell out, they would have gone that way. That one. It's just a plant. Alright, well, I think I lost a couple. Just have to drive a little bit safer. Yeah, so I'll just scrap. Yeah, I love these little creatures. They look so cool. Alright, make sure I get in the front of the truck and don't dump it. Alright, well, I'm at 13 now. Let's see how many I can get to the destination. Looking for level ground so I don't take those bounces again. Really wish there was a way to strap things down. And I get why they don't have that mechanic in the game. If I was doing an expedition, I would definitely just harvest that. But I don't know if there's much point. Looks cool, just sticking out of the ground. Yeah, salvage container. Looks like there is more salvage up on the hill over there. Maybe we'll get lucky and they'll have something useful. It's nice running over the hazardous plants. This plant doesn't have the leafy plants. It's always the favorite ones. Those have been around since the beginning. Alright, looking for special salvage. I don't see any in that pile. Alright, we'll continue. We're almost in sight of the destination. Over the ridge. Oh, I've lost more. I'm down to 11. Oh no. I don't even know where to look for where I lost them. Alright, well, got 2 more spots. Maybe I'll pick up something new. I don't think that's anything beyond regular scrap. Scrap. I'll load them up. So, level 11. That sucks, I lost stuff there. Oh, that was cool, the little eyeballs poking out. Just like just normal, yeah, just normal salvage. Salvage. Savage salvage. Alright. Almost to the destination. Find the flat route. Alright, well this should complete as soon as I get in range. Oh no, it doesn't. This is the original one. So it seems like you're always going back to the same one, because that's where I made my exocraft. So let's do this. We get out. Get up here and dump everything out. Alright, so industrial waste. Why am I getting attacked? toxic. There's the radioactive. Not picking it up. Weapons depleted.
Technology recharge.
There we go. We'll go with the good stuff. Okay, so explosive in here. Radioactive in here. Completes the road trip. Woohoo! Let's see, what does that give us? Alright, collect reward. Hey, we finally get some Quicksilver. Good. I do get a little bit. Okay. Let's play through there. Alright. Let's see if we have enough to finish these. Oh, almost. There we go. That one's in there. How many more do I need? Okay, so 3 toxic, 1 radioactive, and I'll be done. Radioactive. Alright. Radioactive's done. Yeah. Okay. What does that earn me here? Uranium. Makes sense. Alright. 1 more to go. 3 toxic waste. Yeah. 6 or 7. That's all I need. Alright. So how many toxic waste do I have here? Okay, so that is the toxic waste symbol. Oh, overshot. Oh no. Where'd it go? That looks so cool. Oh, it's in there. Oh, that's weird. It's in there, but it's not counting. Let's try it from out here. Oh, that music's picking up. There we go. Found it. Oh, that music is really picking up. Like the music the first time you get to a space station. Oh, that one missed too. Alright, my aim is just off trying to do this now. Did he get one? Yeah, that's weird. What if I just drop it? There we go. Oh, that was cool. I got to see the graphic. I think we're 1 away. Yeah, 1 away. But this is radioactive. That's not the one I need. You know, I bet it was one of the ones I dropped earlier. Am I really that close? I am. Oh my. Okay. Alright. Go ahead and add that to what's in our exocraft. Go ahead and move all these over to the same stacks. And then I'll head out and find that last one I need. Let's see what's in all these before I start moving everything over. It's probably going to add some more stacks. Pick up a lot of geodes just traveling through, breaking rocks. What did I get here? Glowing mineral. Oh, nice. Magna gold. I don't know if those are as useful as they used to be. There was a time when making all the different alloys was really useful. There's a lot of crafting kind of things that required certain ones, or you can use them to make money or gather additional resources. Alright, well, I'm 1 away. I gotta go back out and find 1 more. So I need that toxic waste. There's that symbol on that last unit over here. So I need one more item that has that. So let's look for a waste heap. Where is it pointing me? That way. I'm pretty sure there's no... Let me double check. Sometimes it'll respawn some things here. I think it's always been just scrap. But before I leave... That's scrap. That looks awesome. Did a good job with these. Yeah, it's just general scrap. I don't think there's any of the specials, the toxic and radioactive and explosive. Alright, well, I guess I'm heading over here to the waste heap and look for things along the way. Looking for one toxic waste and I will complete the expedition. Now I said I was going to do a test and just say hi in chat just to see what the interface is, if that pops it up on the screen here or what works. Okay, oh yeah, there it is. So Parrot KJ said hi. And can I see who's watching? I mean... Okay, that's cool. I can see it on my phone or put it on the screen. Nice. Sorry, this is just me checking my phone real quick just to see, trying to figure out interface and stuff. Yeah, I can see that there is a second person watching, but don't know who it is, so welcome. Or it could be me, or I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's another person. Let me double check, make sure there's no toxic waste in this pile. No. Actually, I'm curious because I know I set up the title incorrectly. Let me see if I can change. No, I can't change it. See, I can do that. Yeah, looking at the PlayStation. Just the broadcast options, it doesn't give me a way to see who's watching or to change the title. That's what I was going to try to do, is change the title to the correct expedition. There's one down here, let's go check that out. Yeah, it's a lot easier traveling around when you're not worried about stuff falling out the back of the truck. Which oddly, that makes me think of when I was a kid and used to ride around in the back of a pickup truck. Good thing I never fell out. Looking for more. Someone there. Yeah, now I can use the boost. Travel a little bit faster. Maybe. What was that one? Oh, did we? Oh, we got so lucky. There we go. That's what I need. Alright, let's load that up. Check for anything else might be useful. No, that's what I needed. Awesome. Okay. Let's carefully take that back. Oh, I should have marked it. Let's see, what's the easiest way to do that? Can I do the waste plant? Okay, that's the heat processing plant. Did it send me back to the one I just left? Maybe. That looks off. I would assume that's the same one. Am I stuck? And I keep getting this threat detected, but I don't know what's coming after me. Alright, let's head back over here. Hopefully that's what I need. There's no one toxic waste. Carefully back. See if that completes the expedition. Wow, just blast your way through everything. Alright, pick up that one container in the back. Don't bounce around too much. Alright, close. I think. Hopefully that's the one that just left, so it's not too far away. Seems like it's in a different location, but maybe that's the same one. It's been sending me back to the same one for the whole expedition. Follow the little highways here. Too bad it's not going the direction I am. Getting close. Still got my cargo. Yeah, we can go a little fast. There's no big bumps right here. Little bounce. Careful. It says there's one right there. Is that underground? I don't think I've seen scrap underground. I wonder if that's one I dropped earlier and it went under the world. Somehow ended up over there. Oh, this is a different one. Because my little Exocraft base isn't over there in that corner. Huh. Well, I guess there are more than one in this area. Alright, should complete it. Since this is the last one, let's carry it all the way up and drop it down. This game does have some amazing music. Alright, here we go. Dropping it in. Woohoo! That's it. 16 items of toxic waste. It completes Expedition Phase 5. And it completes Expedition 21. Oh, that's so cool. Alright, so let's get all of our stuff here. Collect the rewards. Sack Venom. Nice. I remember when those things used to be horrible. They would kill you if you weren't careful. Okay, so that completes all the steps in Phase 5. Then collect the Phase 5 reward. Decals, the title, and the banner. Yep, Magfield Expert. Perfect. That's awesome music playing. Alright, and then our final one here. We collect the Heirloom Customization Set. Expedition complete. Congratulations, Traveler. The expedition is complete. Return to the Space Anomaly to view your rewards and achievements. Yeah, since you're stuck on the planet on this one, how do we end it? Because usually I go back to the anomaly to finish. I'm not sure how that works. Yeah. Oh, Starship now available. Okay, so this whole time I couldn't go to my Starship. So now I can. Okay, so now I have to go back to my Starship so I can go back to the anomaly to leave. So I'm not quite done. I'm done with the expedition, but now I have to get out of the expedition. Alright, let's see, we got geodes. Go ahead getting all organized here. Yep, 16 sack venoms. And we'll go ahead and toss that into our refiner. The personal refiner is one of the best things they added to this game. And then they made it even better by making the Mark II, so now you can combine. So you can, like for the alloys, doing the, finish doing this so I can get through it. Yeah, so like doing the emerald and the chromatic metal, you could actually refine those while you're traveling around doing things. Which the emerald's not the best one, but if you get up to the higher ones where you can duplicate, you can make all the chromatic metal that you need while you're traveling. Oh, I've spent so many hours in this game. Yeah, I gotta see it now. Let me go back to here. No, here. And then go there. Nope, wrong one. What am I looking for? Yeah, this one. So previous expeditions. Alright, so all 21 expeditions are complete. I feel so good. I got them all done. Yeah, I think that's one of those things that I'm going to get busy with life over the next few years and not going to have time to play a lot of games. Nowhere near the amount of games I've been playing over the last decade. But I will make time to at least do expeditions and have some fun time with my brother-in-law and his cousin occasionally. So, yeah, this is a cool little planet. Alright, so we've completed the expedition. Now let's find their ship. Is there a symbol for our ship on the map? Yep, it's that way. And it's 639. It seems wrong not to use the Colossus to get there. Since that was the whole point of this expedition. Let's take the Colossus to our ship. Ooh, but that's going to be an issue. The ship does not have that much cargo space. Well, compared to the Colossus. Yeah, so if I look at the Colossus, I have all this stuff on me. I've got that much, well, I do have a lot of these spaces down below in the inventory, so I can move a bunch of stuff there. I can carry it back up to the anomaly, so I can choose what goes back to my main save. But what I was saying is the starship is very damaged, so hopefully there's not a whole lot I have to do there so I can take off. Let's get there and find out. Only 2 minutes away. We can even do the boost. Not worried about stuff falling out or collecting anything at this point. Just get into the ship. Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen. I'm going to race to my ship and fall into this huge hole and get stuck. Lose my Colossus. Well, I guess either way, I'm losing my Colossus. It's staying on the planet. But I've got a nice base with everything back in my main save. So this is all just for fun. Which I haven't played my main save in a while. There's a whole lot of new content in the game that I haven't really taken advantage of. I need to kind of expand my base and include some of this new stuff. Pyrite, I really need that. Alright, almost there. Up the hill. Boost in there one more time. I can see the ship. Alright. Let's transfer over to it. The ashes of the Viking. Alright, in my ship. Oh, no repairs. Yeah, no, there's no repairs. It's just a ship. I could repair some of this to give me cargo space, since I'm just going to the anomaly. I don't think I need to. Alright, so now I need to do a little inventory management here to load up anything that I want to take back. I don't think I really need any of these. And I can just do this one to send it to my exosuit, so I don't have to switch back and forth. Those are fun to have. I have a fireworks collection from lots of expeditions, so throw those in there. Pretty sure chewy wires is something that you get easily. I don't really need the resources. All this is really just extra. But it wouldn't be me if I didn't organize it all and have it all cleaned up, even if I'm never gonna play this. It goes away after the expedition. Oh, I don't have any pyrite. Okay. Pyrite. And O2. Okay. So those are A's. I think it'll give me credit for some of that. But yeah, there's not a whole lot on this one that's like unique kind of stuff to send back to your main game. I guess I can do that just because this is all kind of standard stuff. Nothing really useful. I've got stacks of those. These are all A's and B's. Not really worth hanging on to. Some of those might be useful, but I'm sure they're things I can pick up in my main save. I don't really need them. Yeah, I'm sure I can do the excavation blade. That wasn't hard to build. And the scope. So, yeah. I think I'm okay parting ways with my Colossus. There. Let's take a little picture of the Colossus right there. Quick screenshot. Alright. Let's take off, go to the space anomaly. And off we go. Now I'm not sure if I can call the anomaly from here. Now most of the time you have to travel to a couple of systems before you can call it. I don't know if they've made an exception on this one so you can stay in the same system. I'm really tempted to go to the space station. I think it gives me credit for all the stuff that I've got. Let's see if I can just call the anomaly. Yep, I can call it. And I wish I could play this in VR. When this came out in VR on the PS4, I played... I'm fortunate that it doesn't make me motion sick playing in a VR headset for a long time. Yeah, I played, I don't know, probably a couple hundred hours in VR. Had a blast with it. But it doesn't work for the PlayStation 5, so I haven't been able to use it. And I haven't got the new one. I'm sure it's much better. That actually parked me there. Oh, I'm so used to doing the customized ships that put you on those platforms out in the distance. Okay. Well, let's check this out real quick first. See what I earned in this one. So, collect expedition rewards. So, got the chest plate, suit, gloves, leggings, boots, got the title, decal, the banner. Oh, that looks cool. Mechanical legs, nice. Asymmetrical cabin. I guess that's for building a customized ship. Camouflage finish. Toot toot. Nice. Yeah, if you're gonna be a space trucker, you get to do the toot toot. Alright, that's a cool poster. I like that one. Alright, nice rewards. Okay. And let's go over here and see what we're transferring back to the main save. Technology. Yeah, we need a spitter module. Alright, let's see what we got here. I might as well do some sack venom just because. Can I add them? Yeah, I can do a bigger stack. Chewy wires just because. Fireworks. I'll go ahead and do light fisher. Calcium shroom. And there was one more. Hex plate bush. And yeah, I think that's all I'm taking. The rest of it's just standard. I guess I can take repair kits. Doesn't hurt. I don't really need any of this. Yeah. Alright, we're good. End expedition. Let's see what it does to close everything out. Yeah, make sure everything is completed. I didn't accidentally not press a button. So, yeah, we're good. End expedition. Save. Alright, doing all the tallies. When did I learn 37 words? 10 million units, nice. 600 quicksilver. Inventory gave me 970,000. All the phase rewards. And the overall reward for the heirloom customization set. Oh, that phase 1. That gave you a lot in phase 1. Toot toot. Alright. So total 11 million units, 6,000 nanites, 600 quicksilver. And let's go back to my main save. Expedition complete. That was fun. Let that load. Still love that Atlas symbol. We were on vacation and we were painting mugs one time, and I painted that on a mug. Alright, back at my ship. So main save. Yeah. I need to play around with this some more. I customized it back when there was an expedition, and I haven't really customized it much since then. Yeah, most of my gameplay has been expeditions for No Man's Sky. I'm playing Medieval Dynasty, Sengoku Dynasty. Yeah, I need to do the weekend. What is the weekend? What is the weekend? Tame mob creatures. Might do that tomorrow. Might be a different time. Okay, so let's pick up my stuff from over here. Expedition Terminus. So I'll just throw it in the exosuit. I've got a lot of room in there. Actually, I'll throw those on the freighter because I know those are going into the freighter storage. Same with these. I need to go back to my freighter and clean it up sometime. Alright, expedition complete. Yeah, it's so much fun. I'm glad they made it to where you can do everything. Yeah, it'd be nice if you could do the exo craft from here, since that was the point of this one. It only gives you the multi-tool and the starship. It'd be cool if you could pull in your, I don't know, at least the build. I don't know, maybe it does. Maybe since I saved my build for that exo craft, that'll be something I can use because it is this save. Alright, let's go check out the expedition rewards. Make sure those are claimed. Yeah, those are showing available now. So what I usually do is not owned, so that way I can pick up anything new, because you can see there's very little that I don't own. I've played everything in this game. So I've got
Collectible received. Collectible received.
posters.
Collectible received. Collectible received.
This was from a previous one. Don't need that, don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. Yeah. I think that's everything from this expedition. I can go over to the tab for Expedition 21. So everything is collected. Yeah. 20, 19, 18. Yeah, so those are from 18. So that one is kind of cute. I like that little elephant skeleton. I haven't picked up some of these multi-tools just because you're limited in how many you can have. I need to go through and clean those up before I accept them. But they'll always be there because they're earned through an expedition. This one was cool. Ship of the Damned. It's a frigate. That one had a cool look. Yeah, back when they first added scepters. Yeah, the game has added so much over the years. Yeah, the organic frigate was awesome. Really like that. And you have the little companion, little calf. That's one of my favorite ships I've got. I love the way that if you're doing from the interior view, the way the screen just kind of, I don't know, dissolves. It's like you're looking through the flesh of the creature. Oh, and the cape. Yeah, I've kind of got to where I do the backpacks more than the capes. And just, yeah, back when they did the mechanical eggs. Oh, the sandworms. Yeah, that was a fun expedition. That added a lot to the game. You're going to different planets and seeing those sandworms just flying over your head. 3. Yeah, still got that thing. Yeah, the Normandy. Yeah, that was their big crossover. That was a fun one. And then this one I missed, the first expedition, so thankfully they finally went back and did that one as one you could do. So I got my Golden Vector. Yeah, that was one I wasn't sure if I was ever going to be able to get. Yeah, the Golden. Yeah, that's a lot of good stuff in that first expedition. Alright. Let everything pop up on the screen there. Completed. Check my inventory. And you can see I've almost maximum inventory. I've got a couple more spots to fill. That's a lot of inventory space. That's a whole lot of stuff to carry around on your back. But yeah, that's the stuff from this one. A lot of this other one is, I think I've cleaned up since the last expedition, so I got it down to just the one screen. I don't know, I'm carrying around 2 nutrient processors. The fishing pole and the fishing trap. Yeah, those came from one of the other expeditions. Yeah, I haven't even expanded all this stuff here just to maximize that. Kind of just going with just being able to move around efficiently. That's my starship that I made during one of the expeditions. I need to make something better, see what I can make with that. That's a really fun mechanic. I love that in Starfield. Still hate that Starfield never came to the PlayStation. That would definitely be one of my go-to games if it was on the PlayStation. I played it on the computer through Steam, but yeah, and there's my huge S-Class freighter. All my eggs and everything collected. I think I can access everything to move this over. Oh, it's not in the right system for me to do it. I think. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Teleportation is enabled. I can teleport to it. I just can't move within the cargo spaces for it. It's not in the right location. I don't think I can do that from the anomaly. I think I have to at least be in space to do that. Was there anything else while I'm over here? There's the Quicksilver picking things up. Yeah, that's only 2 that are not unlocked yet. So as soon as those unlock, which community progress is moving along. felt like I should contribute to that, but I've done plenty over the years. So the only not on, there's the two that are not open, and fireworks. That one that came from an event, an expedition, Void Egg for making the living ship, and then yeah, those were from the early expeditions. It's old fireworks. So got everything in the game. There's a lot of stuff in the game. Alright. I think I've got all the Twitch rewards too. Kind of stopped worrying about those because there's usually not much new other than ships and multi-tools that come out of those. Yeah, those little fireworks. Titan. Yeah, so I could claim more fireworks to go into my collection, but collection is pretty extensive already. Yeah, so there's a few items there. There are some Twitch exclusives. Okay, and I do have to go back to the teleport. My ship's out there. Back to my ship. And I think I'll create a save by getting in the cockpit and leaving. There we go, restore point saved on my ship. Alright, well this has been fun. Got my first test with camera going. So hi, everything works. This is using the PSI from the PlayStation 4. I got an adapter so that I can connect it to my PS5. And this is just first test run with being on camera while I'm playing the game. Alright. Thanks for watching, other person, whoever you are. Yeah, this has been fun. Alright, I think I'll go ahead and end it there. See you next time.